Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of one thing and I come from study. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street line. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Wayne High School. And we should have a fun matchup here in boys basketball as the Snider Panthers have come here to take on the Wayne Generals. I'm Thad Goff along with Keith Edmonds. Gavin Wirt is running the camera tonight. And we're still kind of trying to figure out where both these teams are. How good are they going to be? And, of course, we'll be figuring that out over the course of the whole season. First with Snider. These are a lot of guys that have played together at the varsity level for the last 2 or 3 years. Braylon Fertiel, Trell Hogue, Keytron Pascal, they all started, or at least played significant minutes as freshmen. Now they're juniors. Keytron Pascal, or I mentioned Keytron already. Xavier Wilson's a senior who can play at a very high level. And Snider, record-wise, they've been taking some steps forward in recent years, but they are coming off a game against Southside, which was a home game. You never want to lose at home.
Sure.
Ended up losing in overtime against Southside in a game that they probably thought that, we got a really good chance to win this game. It didn't end up happening, but the season is still young.
Well, and I think you got two teams with different agendas. Again, both teams want to win, but you take a look at Snider. These kids have been together. They've been playing since they were freshmen. Now, you like to think that this is the year that they turn the corner and they become that force in Northeast Indiana that they thought they could be. But you take a look at Wayne. Wayne is a little bit different group because they graduated a senior-laden team. And now these kids that have been playing behind them for the last couple years now are getting their opportunity. And so it's going to take a little bit more time for them to find their identity. They had a tough game the other night Wednesday night against New Haven. Played very well, scored 70 points, which usually is enough to win. But New Haven's, beat them by a couple buckets. But I think they're still trying to find their identity. Who's going to be their point guard? Who's going to be their main scorers, their first 7-8 players. So it's going to take some time, but again, athletic team, and this should be a very good game. Two very good teams.
Yeah, of course, who does Wayne have to replace? They had to replace Chase Barnes, Trey Dillard, Preston Comer, Kalen Williams-Thomas. So we already know that Javon Lewis was not on the team last year, and they still managed to win a third straight SAC title and get to the sectional championship and go for the three-peat, which did not happen. But Wayne does bring back some very talented athletes. LaShawn Green was a starter on that team last year as a a junior, now getting to start as a senior. And Tyree Eldridge played a lot off the bench, but played very well, and he's still playing very well. Javante Eldridge, he kind of provides that key post presence on the inside that Wayne is looking for, and he's played pretty well so far this season.
Well, I tell you what, the Eldridge boys, they combined and played very well the other night in regards to just looking for each other, understanding. And the really interesting part about both those guys, they're both left-handed. And when you don't see that a lot, sometimes it's hard to make that adjustment. But they both played very well and going to be key contributors, obviously. You take a look at the younger of the two. I always get their names confused, but the guard of the two, he was their leading scorer on the JV team last year, and and just put up tremendous numbers and just a flat-out scorer. Just understands how to score the basketball and does a tremendous job.
Yeah, Tyree's actually a year older than Javante. That makes things kind of interesting.
So Tyree's the younger of the two. There we go, Tyree.
Yeah, Wayne does have some quality athletes that can come off the bench and contribute. You know, Uriah Williams, he's got the size, about 6'8", to be a big post presence. He also can step out and shoot on the wing. And
knocked down a couple big threes against New Haven the other night.
Yeah, we know about Orion Bragg and the battle that he's had to been through.
Yes,
he's had to battle.
Proud of that young man.
Absolutely. And speaking of battling, he can battle on the offensive glass and keep possessions alive for the Generals. Excuse me.
Yes.
On the Snider side, they do have a young man named Chance DeRosset, and DeRosset transferred in from Wayne. They also have Jordan Woods, who, if I'm not mistaken, transferred in from Northside.
Yes.
So those are players who can make a key contribution. But DeRosset's a sophomore, and I think he's definitely shot up in height since middle school. Just 2 years ago, he was an 8th grader, probably about 6'1". Now he stands in at 6'5", and that just kind of comes with getting older. But he can dribble drive, he can score out on the wing, hit the three. There's a lot that he can do. We're trying to see how it translates at the varsity level, but he's certainly got a lot of promise.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he works in tonight and pick and choose his opportunities to score.
We got the national anthem coming up, so we'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, as you can see on our graphic, the matchup tonight is the Snider Panthers against the Wayne Generals here from Wayne High School. Snider 0-1 with the loss to Southside last Friday. That was their first game of the season. Wayne has gone up against the Northeast 8 Conference, beating Leo in the opener, and then 2 nights ago losing to New Haven. Well, we sort of touched on it, but didn't touch on it specifically, but we alluded to it. One of the matchups to look out for in this particular ball game is going to be down low. It's probably going to be a lot of Keytron Pascal versus Javante Eldridge down in that painted area.
And both of those young men can be a force. It's going to be really interesting. I would think Pascal, because of his varsity experience, they would go right at him right away and give him an opportunity to assert himself in the post. And Eldridge is just an athlete and learning how to play at this level. Again, he's a sophomore, but what I saw the other night, or what we saw when they played against New Haven, that young man is going to be he's going to be a problem for teams to try and defend this year.
Got about 2 minutes left until this game gets underway. I'll go ahead and get some words in from our sponsors. It is, of course, because of our sponsors that we're able to do all the games that we do on SummitCitySports.com. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260 Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And it's that time of year again. Always 100 presents Holiday Hoops for boys and girls grades K through 8. You'll get to work on dribbling, passing, shooting, and defense. Camps will go from December 29th through the 31st. You'll get January 1st. You'll get New Year's Day off. and then pick it back up on January 2nd. Morning sessions go from 9 to 11 a.m., afternoon sessions from 4 to 6 p.m. It all takes place at the Parkview Sport One Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And, of course, Keith, we always appreciate the folks, the work that you and Nard Hollins at Always 100 do year in and year out, whether it's training kids at the end of the high school season or working with kids in AAU level. A lot of great work that you guys do over there.
And it's fun for us, and what a tremendous organization Bernard has put together. I'm fortunate to be a part of it and just enjoy going and meeting new kids and working with them and learning how they play and just keeping my hands involved in coaching. So, again, I appreciate so much the opportunity to work with these young ladies in Northeast Indiana.
Well, we're going to get the starting lineups announced here in just a moment. They will start with the visitors, which is, of course, the Snider Panthers.
As a member of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, it is an intent to conduct all athletic events within a framework of good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is defined as the creation of an atmosphere of courtesy and fair play toward officials, contestants, and spectators. Your cooperation is appreciated. A message from Wayne High School. And now the starters for the Snider Panthers. Forward, senior, 6'2", number 5, Lane Patterson. Guard, junior, 6'2", number 11, Trell Hogue. Forward, 6'1", junior, number 21, Braylon Furlow. Guard, sophomore, 6'5", number 24, Chance DeRosa. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Panthers, forward, junior, 6'6", number 34, Tank Pascal. And now, for the home team on the scoreboard, guard, senior, 6'2", number 1, LaShawn Guard, junior, 6'2", number 3, sophomore, 6'6", number 5, Javante Eldridge. Third, senior, 6'4", number 10, Orion Brad. And rounding out the start line for the Generals. Guard, senior, 5'11", junior, Trayvon Ziegler. The Generals are looking back in the game there, and the Mr. Joshua Raconen. The officials this evening.
A couple things to touch on. You might have heard the announcement. Aaron Rarer is serving as the head coach tonight for the Wayne Generals. He did so at the end of the regular season last year when Wayne had that close game against Anderson, which was a loss. I won't go into any further details because some of it we still don't have ironed out yet. But Aaron Rarer is serving as the head coach, if only on an interim basis for the night, or maybe even further. Of course, Josh Raconen still the head coach for Snider. And one player you may not have heard announced in the starting lineup for Snider, Xavier Wilson. He's not starting tonight. He's coming off the flu. He is dressed, however, so we'll probably see him come off the bench. And it is Keytron Pascal who wins the opening tip for the Snider Panthers. Trell Hogue coming off a 20-point game against the Southside Archers. Here's Pascal with an early touch. It's it back to Hogue. Hogue looks to attack. That's Patterson from the corner. His three is short. Offensive board. DeRosset couldn't stick it in, but Pascal did.
And that's what Keytron Pascal can do. He can be a force if he makes that decision.
Keytron Pascal is a key scorer and key rebounder as a freshman for these Panthers. And now the Generals get their first possession. Eldridge able to pull it in. And he finds Tyree Eldridge. Tyree going to step back for the three, and he hits it.
Saw a lot of that the other night. That young man is just a scorer and understands what they need for him during the course of the game.
Patterson able to find Hogue as Wayne has its first lead of the game. Hogue looking for space, going for that reverse, and he puts it in. What a job by Hogue.
Yes.
Here's Eldridge. Eldridge was looking to give it up to Green. Hogue staying with him. Instead, he goes to Ziegler. Trayvon Ziegler. That's a long three. LaShawn Green!
Wow.
Showing some early range.
And again, a young man that just waited his turn, played with a group of seniors last year, and now he's a senior.
DeRosset able to answer. Chance DeRosset, the Wayne transfer. Ziegler, the lob inside. Orion Bragg working on Pascal, and Pascal blocks it and gets the board, and this foul's going on Wayne. Orion Bragg called for the foul, and when you're going up against Tank Pascal, did I just see a little shoving match there from DeRosset?
Yeah, it's really interesting. The referee had to step in. DeRosset coming back home, let's say, and I'm sure that they don't want to welcome him here after leaving.
Patterson sets the screen for Hogue. Hogue working on LaShawn Green. Wayne's hit 2 early threes in this game as Pascal goes to work on Eldridge. And a foul. Eldridge was there, so was Bragg. And we'll see who gets the call. It is Javonte Eldridge. That's 2 early fouls on Wayne. Keith, you and I had this game last year over at Snider. Snider had a double-digit lead at halftime, but Wayne really took control in the second half.
Well, again, that's what you expect out of seniors. They've been in big games before, and it's going to be real interesting to see this group, what they learn from those seniors, that you're always in the game. If you just stick with the plan that coaches come up with, things usually work out pretty well.
Pascal 2 for 2 on that trip to the line.
And I like seeing Pascal involved earlier. I said that to start the game. He has that capability, so it's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how he continues.
LaShawn Green with it. He's already hit a triple in this ball game. That's a 2 if it goes, and it does. And a contested 2 at that.
Yes.
Wayne within 1. High-scoring affair so far as Patterson gets called for a moving screen, or does he? No, they got it on Green. That's 3 early fouls on the Generals. As Fertil will look to inbound. Lobs it in, and it's poked away by Bragg. Green fires again, but that's an air ball.
That was a heat check.
Down the floor, Hogue, can he finish? Yes! Trell Hogue in transition, 4 early points. Eldridge sets the screen, and that's a pickpocket by Pascal, and he's fouled. There was not a lot of room to work with there, but Eldridge is called for the foul. The next Wayne foul will put Snider at the line for double bonus. And Jazz Booker has checked into the ball game. Jazz is a sophomore, and he's a guy who can step outside and knock him down from range. Inbound goes to Trell Hogue. Hogue gets it to Pascal. Pascal trying to go to work on Eldridge, and he finishes!
That's the Tank Pascal that we like seeing.
Double team comes. Eldridge got to it but threw it away. They had a little high-low action set up, but Green was double teamed.
And if I'm Snider, I'm going to continue to go through, at least give Pascal a touch every time down.
He gets his touch at the top of the key here with Eldridge on him. Over to Hogue. Hogue uses the screen. Fall away jumper. No. But DeRosset couldn't put it back. He got the board. And that's Eldridge with the rebound. Booker, baseline J. No good. Eldridge coming in, and that's Williams, the offensive board and the finish.
Yes. I like the twin tower concept for Wayne with Williams and Eldridge.
Fertil will find DeRossett. Deep three. Yes! Nothing but net. Chance DeRossett.
He is tough. He is tough.
His second three of the game, and that was something that he could do at such a consistent level as an 8th grader at St. Paul Lutheran School. His coach was Dave Vondre. Back over to Tyree Eldridge. Will crossover three. Green, no. And Fertil with a tough rebound. DeRossett, heat check. Got it! He's feeling it right now.
He is cooking like hot grease.
3 triples for Chance DeRossett. Excellent start.
Woo.
Excellent start for Snider as Wayne's gone a couple of possessions without a bucket. Trying to change that. Good defense by Fertil. 5-second violation. Braylon Fertil, the multi-sport athlete. Of course, you see a whole lot of those, whether it's guys who play both basketball and football or basketball and baseball. Braylon Fertil, I think, plays linebacker for football. He looks the part on the court.
I think you have to be a dual-sport athlete at Snider. Football is baked into those kids. So,
well, how about the night that Chance DeRossett is having? I mean, first good defense on this end. I think that's Patterson. Yeah, that's Patterson guarding Green. And there's some of Fertil in that rebounding that we saw. But DeRossett gets the feed. It's not a one-man touches the ball type of situation. They found him across the timeline and he knocked it down.
Yes. And how about Hogue? Just, again, you want kids that recognize when someone's having a night. And, to give him that opportunity to shoot that 25, 27-footer was great recognition on Hogue's part.
And I beg your pardon, that was not a 5-second violation. Wayne just called a timeout. Aaron Rarer trying to avoid the 5-second count. Eldridge was fouled. That's going to go on DeRossett. So Tyree Eldridge will go to the line. 2:53 left to go in this first quarter. Homestead has a 13-5 lead over Dwenger just starting the first quarter over there. Of course, we know about Chris Johnson and all the success he's had. You got to get your free throws to go, though.
One of the state's best coaches, Chris Johnson.
Started his head coaching career at Bishop Dwenger before taking over at Homestead and having a great long run.
Yes.
Of course, Rod Parker's also having a great long run over there. He coached under Chris Johnson.
Yes.
I think that was early in Chris's career.
Uh-huh.
Eldridge 0 for 2, and DeRossett there for the board. Trell Hogue coming across the timeline, and he finds Pascal. Pascal's been very active. Well, here's Wilson's first touch. Hogue has a good look, but in and out on the three, and Eldridge is there for the board. Eldridge, the lob for Williams, couldn't handle it, and out of bounds. Everin Atkinson, try as he might, could not save it. Of course, Snider also has a sophomore, Raiden Morrow, who maybe we'll see him later in the ball game. He got to start for the Snider baseball team late in the season last year as a right fielder. Fertil can hit from out there, but not that time. Pascal skying for the board. Knocked away and taken away by Atkinson. Tries to thread the needle, but Wilson takes it from him. Here comes Pascal. Puts it in.
Good recognition to hit ahead to Pascal.
Williams, Fertil gets on him. Eldridge with space, hits a three. Hogue attacks the baseline, it's blocked by Williams. Hogue stuck with it. Missed the jumper. And now Wayne with a chance to make a little run here. They can get within 2 scores on this possession. Atkinson feeds. Williams pulled his hand away. He must have thought that Wilson had touched that ball.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. Williams was there and just kind of pulled his hand back.
1:30 left to go, an 8-point lead for Snider. A good possession, seemed like got away from them, but they're able to get the stop last time Wayne has the ball. Here comes Wilson on the attack, and the flush! Got right by Williams!
Wow. Whew. Goodness.
He's coming off the flu. And he was fouled on the play, I think. Yeah, I think they got Williams. That was worth another look.
Yeah, or two looks.
Show you the free throw first. It is good. But here's a look at it on the replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Just a clear lane. A late closeout there from Williams. It was Tank Pascal who gave it to him at the top of the key, and then Wilson just saw the lane that he had. High screen for Green. That's Javonte Eldridge setting it for him. Off the hands of Green, but he recovers.
Snider is just in their face on defense right now.
57 seconds left and a foul, I believe, on Terrell Lapsley. It's the second team foul on Snider in this ball game. Of course, the fouls will reset at the end of this quarter. The third year that's been in place here in the state of Indiana. The lob inside. Williams had a tough catch, and then Wilson. Loose ball, dive into the deck is Booker. That's a jump ball, and the arrow keeps
good
it with
hustle.
Wayne.
Good job, both teams.
Excellent hustle by Jazz Booker. Keeping a possession alive for the Generals. In a 10-point game, it's plays like that if Wayne wants to get back in this thing, plays like that can only help. Ziegler with DeRosset on him. Akison trying to recover, and is he fouled? I think he is. Patterson was there. Lapsley was there. They get Lapsley. That's two quick fouls on Terrell Lapsley. He's only been in for a few seconds. Akison feeds that one to Booker. Williams blocked. That was Patterson.
Yes.
Here comes Wilson through all kinds of traffic.
Wow.
How about it? Xavier Wilson.
Xavier Wilson, I thought he was sick.
He'd been coming off the flu.
Wow.
He's playing like a man on a mission.
Man, oh man.
And he does have 3 points because he completed a three-point play earlier. To make that a three-point game again for Wilson.
Yeah, all 6 of his points have been and ones.
20 seconds. Wayne has a chance to score before the end of the quarter. Green right around Patterson. Trying to get around Wilson. DeRosset came in to affect the shot. Kept alive, but Booker stepped out. And 8.8 seconds left on the timer. Snider can get a shot off before the first quarter comes to an end. It's Hogue off the inbound, going up the floor quick. Hogue taking it. Floater, short. Akison, can he get something off? No, he's not gonna. That was late. Would have been impressive if it had gone, but the shot was late. And it's a 13-point lead for the Snider Panthers on the road, and some frustration on the Wayne sideline. But we've still got 3 more quarters to play. Back after this.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, it is a 13-point lead for Snider as we start the second quarter. Greg Patterson was getting the Wayne boys fired up there in the huddle at the sideline.
Well, obviously 27 points given up in the first quarter. That just cannot happen, especially on your home floor. So I look for Wayne to tighten it up this quarter on the defensive end.
Blocked by Eldridge. Javante with the block, and he's got an outlet. And he throws it down over Hogue. That's a good start to the quarter for Wayne, and now Josh Raikkonen wants a timeout.
Yes.
They get the block on one end on a guy who looked like he was starting to find his shot.
Yes.
And this was Eldridge creating just about everything here. Of course, Tyree secured the board, and then Javante, Hogue got back, but not in time. Not too many guys in the area who can get up and defend a big 6'5" guy like Javante Eldridge.
Yes.
About 7 seconds left until they get back to game action. Lures has an 8-6 lead over Northrop. That's boys basketball. Northrop won the girls game pretty much running away with things. But the boys game so far looking pretty close. It's a Lures team that's been one of the top teams in this conference the last few years.
Yes. Great job by Seth Coffin, their head coach.
Wayne gets the early basket here in the second quarter. Patterson's three is long, and Orion Bragg hustles to it, and he was fouled. Trell Hogue called for the foul. It's his first. If Wayne gets a basket here, it might be a signal that momentum has gone to the Generals. Just might be. LaShawn Green gets it on the outside. Bragg calling for it. Green can hit those deep threes, but he didn't hit that one. How about the job by Patterson?
Good rebound.
He's fouled. That's Bragg.
Two-hand rebound. Lost start.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. You know, I've seen plenty of games where guys will just swat at the basketball, poke it away.
Yes.
Patterson made sure he secured the possession there.
Well, you know, kids emulate what they see in the NBA, and, you know, everyone wants to go up and get that highlight reel rebound. And it's nice to see a kid get a fundamental rebound. Just go up and grab it with two hands and secure it.
Pascal. He's got Eldridge on him again, going right at him. He missed the shot, and there's Patterson for the putback.
Yes.
Well, Eldridge did his job.
Yes, he did.
But Patterson wins the battle on the other side. Eldridge sets the screen. That's Javante screening for Tyree. Here goes Green. Spin move jumper. Short. And that's off Wayne. It's off of Eldridge. It was about to be off of Pascal. Perhaps Eldridge just didn't see it in time.
And Snider's doing a good job running their offense, getting into their sets, you know, getting the ball to people in places where they can score. You know, they're doing a lot of high-low things and running things out of horn sets, just doing a nice job.
We had a buzzer sound and some kids walking down alongside the court behind the bench. Did the clock not start? It's showing 6:27 right now.
It looks like another one of those, hopefully not a situation where someone's name was not in the book. I don't think that's the case.
Well, yeah, that's Braylon Fertil about to check in, and he's one of the starters, so I'm just guessing his name's in the book.
Well, I think he tried to get into the game after the ball had been put into play.
And both teams are going to the sideline right now. We're going to take a break and then try to sort this thing out.
Sure.
Back in just about 40 seconds here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for. The intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays.
Yeah, Keith just mentioned this at the break, but it looks like there has been a technical foul called, and right now Trell Hogue is at the free throw line. He did get the first of two free throws.
And I think it's that situation where someone was not in the book and tried to come into the game.
He only goes 1 for 2, but it's 2 shots on the ball. Snider already had the ball as sure what's going on over there. That's not somebody causing trouble. That's Gary Raber, the athletic director.
Yes.
Maybe having a word with, I'm guessing, a student cameraman?
No, he's not a student cameraman, but yeah, I think he just wants him to stay off the floor as much as he can.
Pascal sets the screen for Hogue. Pull-up jumper. No good. Pascal's there. Trying to go up with it and fouled on the floor. They got Robert Lane for the foul. That's the third team foul on Wayne. Pascal feeds Hogue. He'll put it on the deck as Williams comes out to guard him. Wilson through all kinds of traffic. He traveled. It's a big stop for Wayne as they're down 15. This is the largest lead Snider has had in this game. Eldridge will hand that one to Green. Step back jumper, too strong. And Patterson pulls it down. Wilson wants to attack, does attack, and finishes. Xavier Wilson is taken over.
Yes, he is.
He's got that dribble drive working, and he's got 8 points. 6 of those off and 1 opportunities. There's a little high-low action and a foul on Fertil as Eldridge was going up for the jam. It's the second team foul on Snider. That's Fertil's first. And it will put Javante Eldridge at the free throw line. I know Eldridge, as a freshman, was a defensive end on Wayne's football team. I'm thinking he was this past year. But I don't think Wayne has gotten a free throw to go. Maybe 1 or 2 in this game.
Yes.
5:32 left here in this second quarter. 0 for 2, but an offensive board, and Tyree Eldridge.
Cardinals sin. Got to block out.
Tyree's got 8 points. He hit 2 threes before that one. Fertil muscled his way in, but missed it and had it blocked. Swatted at the rim, but Pascal has it poked away, and Wayne gets the stop. Tyree Eldridge coming away with it, and I think Ziegler was one of the guys who ultimately forced it. Williams sets the screen for Eldridge. Ziegler in the corner. He finds Tyree Eldridge. Williams comes to screen. Wilson will guard him. Pull up 3. Got it! Wow. Tyree Eldridge over Wilson.
Goodness.
Fertil going down the floor. Couldn't finish. You gotta finish those chances, but that's stolen by DeRosset. Pascal fakes and scores.
Nice move.
Tank Pascal, have a night, young man.
Yes, sir.
10 points for the junior big man. Eldridge spotting up, too strong. And there's Pascal, and he dumped it off to Patterson. And I think that was necessary there because Pascal was about to hit the deck.
Called for traveling, yep.
Outside to Pascal at the top of the key. Right in front of the Wayne student section. They get it to Wilson. Wilson, long 3, no good. Chased down by Robert Lane. Here comes Ziegler, no numbers. Going all the way, too strong. And I think that's off Pascal, and it is.
Yes.
Josh Raikkonen wanted it to go the other way, but I think we could even see it from here. That was off Pascal. Trell Hogue will re-enter for Snider. And LaShawn Green will re-enter for Wayne.
Wayne, I'm sorry, Thad, but I was going to say that Wayne wants to get this deficit down under 10 if they can. Got 3 minutes, a little more than 3 minutes to go.
Poked away, it's Patterson.
Here comes the dunk.
Patterson coming on strong.
Wow.
Clear the lane for Lane.
Wow.
Coming in is Eldridge, and he's fouled. That's either going to be Wilson or DeRosset. Lane Patterson just 4 points, at least as I have it, but those two were awful impressive.
Yes. Goodness.
Tyree Eldridge going to the free throw line. 3:30 to go. Northside and Southside just getting started.
Wayne is hurting themselves at that line right now.
That's another miss for Eldridge. He's really struggling. And you typically see the guards as some of the better free throw shooters, but not so with Eldridge tonight.
And it's really interesting because he's such a prolific three-point shooter. You would think that he would shoot the ball pretty well at the free throw line.
0 for 2, poked around, and ultimately DeRosset comes away with it. Here comes Pascal. One man, not enough.
Man.
This tank is locked and loaded. He's got 12 points. Ziegler was thinking about it. Instead, he'll feed it off to Atkinson. And Everin Atkinson spins in. There's Wilson for the board. Wilson off to DeRosset. He'll fire and hits.
Goodness.
It's a clinic from Snider. They're up 21.
Goodness.
Chance DeRosset with 4 threes in his former home.
4 bombs, too.
Well, we've got a couple of replays we're showing to you on this timeout. We've seen a few highlight reel jams tonight, but this is Tank Pascal, and one man gets in front of him. That tried to get in front of him, I should say.
Yes. I don't think you want to get in front of that train, or that tank, as they say.
And then Chance DeRosset with one of his 4 threes. Steve Zimbo, the athletic director for Snider, he's here. He loves it, no doubt about it. He may not be showing a whole lot of emotion about it, but he loves it. Chance DeRosset, the Wayne transfer, former St. Paul Bear, knocking down a triple from the wing. He's got 4 of those tonight. It's time to get a few more words in from our sponsors. It is because of our sponsors that we're able to do all the games we do here on SummitCitySports.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Well, you wondered how Snider would start after that devastating home loss to Southside, but so far, great start early in the ball game. Kind of back and forth early on, but Snider so far has taken momentum.
Well, I mean, what you've seen is Pascal, Tank Pascal coming to play. DeRosset come to play, and these 2 young men are putting on a show.
Hogue got a hand on that one and then committed the foul.
We got 24 points between the 2 of them.
Greg Patterson, I think he's just coaching up his guys there. Of course, Aaron Rarer is the head coach for this game, but Greg Patterson, one of the more emotional assistant coaches you'll see in this area.
Yeah, you love his passion. I know Greg as a person, a young man, and has done a good job under Coach Pickens and continues to impress these young men.
Off the hands of Eldridge and then ripped away by DeRosset. Wilson, he's got Patterson. Patterson turns and scores.
Yeah, Patterson wanted the lob.
23-point lead for the Snider Panthers. Lane Patterson with 6. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Pascal comes out for the double team, and that's thrown away. Can Woods get to it? He hustles and finds Wilson. DeRosset's wide open. Book it!
Goodness.
And
he has not hit the rim yet.
And the way he's shooting, you can't leave him all alone like that.
Oh, no, not at all.
Eldridge saved it just in time. And he finds Green. Green looks to attack against Pascal, and he's fouled. And that is the 15th foul on Snider. So Wayne will be in the double bonus. I don't think Green's been to the free throw line yet. Cedric Robinson waiting to check in, and Green feels some of that struggle here. Now Cedric will check in. He'll check in for Everin Atkinson. Southside out to an 11-7 lead. Second one's good. Sean Green just 6 points so far in the ball game, which, 6 points in the first half is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you see all the scoring that we have so far in this game, it certainly looks low. That's two lefties exchanging with each other. Wilson and DeRossett both shoot it left-handed. Pascal with the screen. The lob inside. Patterson missed the dunk. And Eldridge right there.
Well, the pass was on the wrong side of the basket. If it would have been on the far side, he would have got that one easily.
That's a deep three. Ziegler, yes! Just inside the volleyball line.
Wow.
Trayvon Ziegler. Call it desperation, but it's effective in the end as we get a foul on Ziegler on the other side of the court. .108 left to go in this first half as it looked like Pascal maybe had to tie his shoe or make an adjustment with the tongue of his shoe.
Yes.
Xavier Wilson with it. Snider's led by as many as 26 points in this game. Wayne came back against Snider at Kilmer last year. Oh, DeRossett! He's feeling it! That's 6 threes in the ball game. Well, he's taking his chance.
He has not hit the rim yet.
He's taking his chance and run with it. Out of bounds. No, a foul. A foul on Snider. And it's on Jordan Davis.
I don't even know what metaphor to use right now. He's just cooking.
I think Phil Robertson would use the phrase, he's cooking with peanut oil.
Yeah.
Oh, Ziegler.
And Wayne has not helped themselves at all at that free throw line. That's got to be 0 for 10 or 1 for 11.
Probably pretty close either way.
Yes, no doubt.
25-point lead for Snider. Their largest lead has been 26. 44.3 to go. Ziegler gets that one. Xavier Wilson across the timeline for Snider. Jace Quarles has checked in for the Panthers. Pascal directing him where to go. Of course, Pascal's been a starter at this level for 3 years straight.
Yes.
Wilson taking his time. There's 20 seconds on the clock, and Josh Raikkonen wants a timeout. And I think I have to adjust that because I think this is his second timeout used so far. But what a great start to this game for the Snider Panthers. Now, obviously, it was back and forth early on, but they're late in the first quarter, and continuing here into the second quarter. Snider has been able to keep that momentum on their side.
Well, and I don't know what their percentage is, but it has to be in the high 60s as far as their shooting percentage. They're not missing too many shots. And again, they're getting whatever they want, whether it be inside to Pascal, outside for DeRossett. You know, you got Patterson, you got Wilson, you got so many athletes, you know, and the main athlete, Troy Holt, has been kind of quiet tonight, but they really haven't needed much from him as far as scoring is concerned.
And one thing about Snider that we can say, I think even going back to 2 years ago when they had all those freshman starters,
yes,
they do the little things right.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to rebounding. You've seen that from Tank Pascal. You've seen that from Lane Patterson.
Yes.
You've seen it from Xavier Wilson. They're doing the little things and excelling because of it.
Yes, yes.
Down to 15 seconds. Snider can hold for the final shot of the half. Wilson essentially running the point. He finds Pascal, and that must have been miscommunication. He was looking for DeRossett. Now Wayne will get a chance before the half.
And to DeRossett's credit, look, I'm not going back door. I'm stepping out to three. You know, you wanted me to go back door on that play, and I'm ready to shoot a three.
Eldridge, no, and that's the end of the first half. Well, the Snider Panthers with a brilliant first half, 49-25, going up against a Wayne team that has won the SAC 3 years in a row. We knew Snider was talented, and even in my email exchange with Josh Raikkonen leading up to this game, he wasn't very happy about the way they started last week against Southside. Much better start tonight on the road.
Well, again, that's what you want when you come on the road. You want to try and take the crowd out of the game as soon as you possibly can, and they did just that. I mean, again, they were able to attack in all different areas and pretty much got whatever they wanted on the offensive end. And then on the defensive end, you know, just taking Wayne out of their offense, making it very tough for them to score. definitely sealing them off and not letting them get second shots and then getting in transition. Snider's been awfully good tonight.
Got a few words to get in from our sponsors before we go to our break. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you are facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Well, it is a 49-25 lead for the Snider Panthers at the half as they look to even their overall record. They will be at Grace College tomorrow. More on that coming up a little later. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Back after this break.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Halftime here at Wayne High School. It's the Snider Panthers on top, 49-25. Do have the first half scoring leaders for you, and I'll keep the scoreboard up, but give those to you right now. First for the Snider Panthers, they are led in scoring right now by Chancellor Rossett with 18 points. He's hit 6 threes in the ball game.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable. And Keetron Pascal, he's just doing what he does. 12 points. I'm not sure what his rebound total is, but he's been doing well in that department as well. Xavier Wilson, 8 points, a couple of and ones. Lane Patterson with 6 points. Trell Hogue so far just with 5, but all around great team effort for the Snider Panthers. For Wayne, Tyree Eldridge does have 11 points. LaShawn Green with 6. Trayvon Ziegler with 4. But so far, the 2 main big men, Uriah Williams and Javante Eldridge, was just 2, and we haven't seen any scoring from Orion Bragg. We did see a few hustle plays from him early on, but other than that, not much. But so far, a great game by the Snider Panthers as they come on the road trying to atone for last week's loss to Southside. And yeah, Southside's a really good team, and you know these kids, they could get disappointed, get down on themselves. That's not what we've seen tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, Snider came in, and they, obviously they had a game plan, and you don't plan on someone going 6 for 6 from 3. But I think, getting Pascal started early, and I mentioned that before we started the game, get him involved early, get him feeling good about himself and what he's able to do on the offensive end, and then everyone else just kind of found their spots to score. Wilson comes off the bench and makes a tremendous play to get the dunk and the and one. And everyone has just kind of played their role tonight, and everything is just kind of woven in the fabric of this game and just doing a tremendous job. For Wayne to get back in this game, obviously, they're going to have to get better on the defensive end. I think they're going to have to play zone because they just can't identify Snider in regards to defending them in the half court, and then they're going to have to press more if they want to get a chance to get in this game.
Looks like we've got a little recognition for one of the Fort Wayne police officers going on as Gary Raber, Wayne's athletic director, is going to give her the honor. Obviously, a great credit to our men and women in uniform. They do a lot to keep us safe and put their lives on the line so that, Lord willing, we don't have to.
Officer's name is Kim Cease, has done a tremendous job, and not only in Fort Wayne Community Schools, but just our city as a whole, and just being rewarded and honored for her contributions. And what a tremendous lady she is.
Well, a few more words from our sponsors to get to, as of course it's because of our sponsors that we're able to do all the games that we do here on SummitCitySports.com. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit TJWindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are La Una. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. That's right, there was more to that reader that I almost missed, and thank goodness I did not. Of course, we do have a few highlights that we can show you. Our replays, as always, are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, and we have had some good plays around the rim, especially from the Snider Panthers. You'll see a couple of them right here. This is Lane Patterson getting out ahead of the pack. Now, Patterson's got 6 points in this ball game, but that was a straight theft.
Yes.
As Patterson took it away and took it to the rim for a highlight reel jam. And, you know, obviously it's all about the little things. Snider does the little things well, but when you get those highlight reel opportunities, hard not to take advantage. Here's another highlight reel opportunity. Battle for the rebound comes to DeRosset, and then Pascal gets out ahead of the pack, and Trayvon Ziegler came close to getting in front of him, but you don't want to try to stop that tank. Not mid-stride.
Yeah.
49-25 your score here. I think we've got some scores to check in on. We do have some scores to check in on. Southside's got a 22-13 lead against Northside, and Southside obviously 4-0. We know that they're a really good team. We know that there's talent to be had there. We know they've got great guard play. We're still trying to figure out Northside. I mean, that's a team that's going through a coaching change.
Yes.
With Gary Andrews taking the girls' coaching job at Huntington North.
Yes.
And some of their better players, like Jordan Woods, who's here at Snider, have left the program. So we're kind of trying to figure out how good Northside is.
Well, again, you got a new coach coming in, even though he's been there prior. It takes time for a coach to come in, and you know these kids didn't play for him, so they don't know his style and his philosophy. So, you know, give them about 10 games, and we'll see where they are. Coach Kalik is a good coach, good friend of mine, and is going to do a good job in the long run.
Homestead, meanwhile, a 38-15 lead over Bishop Dwenger. Little homecoming for Chris Johnson, who's, of course, the head coach at Homestead, used to be the head coach at Dwenger. Had great runs at both places, has had great runs at both places, and, of course, a state championship in his time with the Homestead Spartans. It was just 2 years later that his former protege, Rod Parker, turned around and won a state championship with the girls team. And meanwhile, we had a close game over at Bishop Luers, and not quite as close as it was before. Luers is up 30-20 over Northrop. You know, Northrop got their first win of the season pretty recently. Luers, I think we're still trying to figure them out because they lost some really good talent from the teams that came close to winning the SAC the last couple of years. But looking to pull away there in the second quarter, it looks like. We've also got Angola versus Garrett. The Angola boys have all gotten off to a really good start, and they're up 37-28 over the Railroaders. Kind of surprising that the Railroaders, after that great run last year and Logan Traylor's first season, they're 0-3 going into play tonight, and if they don't turn things around, they're in danger of going 0-4. 49-25 in favor of the Snider Panthers. And Keith, you talked a little bit about what kind of adjustments Wayne has to make, but just to reiterate, what kind of adjustments do they need to make coming out of halftime?
Well, one of the things that they're having a difficult time is identifying Snider's players in the half court. So I think a zone defense will allow them to at least be in the face, especially when you have someone that's shooting the ball like DeRosset is shooting it tonight. You want to make sure that you find him right away. And so I think a zone defense will slow them down a little bit. And, and I think that obviously on their offensive end, they got to get a little bit more continuity, and then they have to press. You know, you're not going to be able to make up 24 points in a quarter, but if you can cut it in half and get it to 12, and then have an opportunity to compete in the fourth quarter to hopefully pull this game out.
Wayne was down 12 at halftime at Kilmer Court last year and came back to win that game by double digits. Made the adjustments in the second half, and of course Wayne was the more experienced of the two teams at that point. Bragg gets his touch, and that's going to be off of Patterson, so Wayne will keep the basketball, down by 24. Trailed by as many as 26 points in this game. Bragg puts it in. Nice move at the rim, Orion Bragg.
And that's what they needed.
Good start to the quarter for Wayne as Wilson comes across the timeline and finds Pascal. Hogue fakes. He's got LaShawn Green on him. Patterson wide open. Got it! Nothing but net for Lane Patterson.
They are just shooting the lights out right now.
Lane Patterson's got 9 points. That's his first triple. Bragg comes to set the screen for Eldridge. Javante gets it at the top of the key. And here's Green. Green held just 6 points in that first half. Ziegler, the crossover, finds Bragg, and Bragg missed it. He got his own rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Hogue. Little frustration, but he doesn't overdo it.
Number 11, Trell Hogue.
And one thing we have seen from Trell Hogue is he's not scoring the high total, not tonight at this point, but we have seen him trust his teammates and share the ball very effectively.
Well, and I think one of the things he's realizing is that he does not have to do everything as far as the offensive end. Pick and choose his times to score and be a facilitator as opposed to being a primary scorer.
Nice bucket there by Tyree Eldridge in the trees. Tyree Eldridge with 13 points. He's the only general in double figures so far. Pascal sets the screen. Hogue rises up and hits the jumper. He got his shot there and he knocked it down. Loose ball. Eldridge saves it. Tyree Eldridge from deep. No. And Pascal, little one-handed rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Green, and now Wilson is on the deck. Hogue coming to help. Oh. Well, Wilson's up, walking around. That's some good news.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Just got the wind knocked out of him.
.6:18 left to go, and that's technically the first stop that Snider's gotten in this half. They've gotten plenty of stops, though, throughout the game. DeRosset around the screen, just gets it into the hands of Hogue, and that's going to be a foul on Bragg. It's 2 quick fouls on the Generals. And for Orion Bragg, that's his third. And we know Orion Bragg is a resilient basketball player. I think you could say he's a resilient young man as a whole after what he's been through with cancer.
What a tremendous story he is, and how the Wayne community and program rallied around him. Just can't say enough about that young man.
Pascal looking to go to work, makes his move and makes his bucket.
Good move. That's the Tank Pascal they need him to be.
He's got 14. Loose ball. Ziegler wide open, short on the three. That ball gets loose, and I think that's off Snider. No, they're saying it's off Wayne. Wayne student section, got some fans down in the bottom row wearing the Santa Claus hats as they spell out the words Wayne.
Yes.
It is, of course, Christmas time. Hogue with Green on him.
And if I may say this, I'd love to see a SAC holiday tournament come back.
This is where it was hosted for so many years.
Yes.
That's Pascal with the board as Wilson running out of real estate, and he had no more real estate.
Yeah. Needed the court to be about another 6 inches wide. He might have been able to pull that off.
Of course, since the time that they did host the SAC holiday tournament here, they've really improved the gym here.
Oh, it is. It's so nice.
Ziegler going to fire. Yes.
And I just think they got to get him more looks. He can really stroke it.
Trayvon Ziegler with his second three in this ball game. Pascal. He's going to fire. And that's over the backboard. Out of bounds to Wayne.
Coach Rakonen looked at him like, only because we're up 24 points. Don't ever do that again.
Wayne basketball, although Snider has led by as much as 27 points in this ball game. Tyree Eldridge uses the screen from Javante. Javante leaning in, puts it in.
His strong suit, obviously, going over that right shoulder with his left hand.
Hogue wants the three. That's over the backboard.
Yeah, two ill-advised shots for Snider. Again, when you're able to get whatever you want.
Ziegler got it! And it's a 19-point game. Still a long way to go, but Wayne creeping into it.
Yes. Ziegler's got to get more looks.
Pascal the screen for Hogue. He's going to drive. He's going to dish. Fertiel lost it, and Snider turns it over.
I think they need a timeout just to regroup.
Well, Josh Raikkonen's going to use a timeout. While they take a timeout, we will show you a quick little replay here. Meanwhile, that's the third timeout that Snider has used in this ball game. How about Trayvon Ziegler? Kind of I don't know if you'd say flying under the radar, or at least not anymore. He's now got 11 points and 3 triples.
Yes.
And that last one was a deep one.
Well, and I think he's trying to show, hey, we got more than one three-point shooter out here tonight. That young man, he hasn't hit the rim either on his threes.
Yeah, Ziegler so far in this game with 10 points. I have to correct myself. Tyree Eldridge has 13. He's hit a couple of triples. In fact, he's hit 3 triples in this ball game. Those were all in the first half.
Yes.
And Wayne slowly but surely trying to creep back into this thing. They've got it now down under 20.
Well, one of the things that I mentioned before we started the third quarter is that you're not going to be able to make up 24 points in a quarter, but if you can get it to 12 going into the fourth quarter, now you give yourself a outside chance to get back in this game and win it.
It is Wayne basketball as we come out of the timeout. Snider only has 2 timeouts left. Wayne has 4 of theirs.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what Wayne does now if they continue to get Ziegler looks.
They came back from down 12 thereabouts at Kilmer last year. That ball's off the foot of Green. Who touched it last? They're going to say DeRossett did, but DeRossett stays with it. He'll dish it to Fertiel, and Fertiel able to roll it home.
Yes.
Well, Snider could use that.
Yes.
Loose ball. Fertiel going after it. Bragg saves it. Extra pass. That's Green with a deep one. Comes up short. Eldridge, the offensive board. Going to work against Fertiel, and he puts it home.
He is a load down there.
That he is, and he has shown it tonight. That's going to be a foul on Ziegler, as DeRossett had very little real estate to work with. I've got Javante Eldridge is having 6 points at this point in the game. Xavier Wilson will give Chance DeRossett a breather. Wilson did not get the start tonight, but we've seen him play at a high level, and he has done that again tonight. Wilson trying to go to work on Ziegler. That's a deep 3 from Hogue, and he can't hit it. I don't know, did he need to go for that shot there?
I don't. Again, that was an ill-advised shot.
Eldridge gets the screen from Bragg. Green trying to attack. Gets into the paint and missed the finger roll, but Bragg's right there. Wayne inching a little bit closer. Pascal able to answer.
Yes. Can't trade baskets. Not if you're trying to get back in the game.
Ziegler, a pump fake. Missed the 3 ball. Out of bounds. Wayne ball. Pascal, meanwhile, with 16 points in this ball game. Eldridge against Pascal. And Pascal blocks it, but they got him for a foul. Call came a little bit late, but it looked like the right call from here. I don't know. What'd you think, Coach?
Yeah, I think it was the right call. The optics look pretty good, but I think it was more so over the top than with the body.
So Javante Eldridge goes to the free throw line. That's been a struggle for Wayne so far in this ball game. And you see some of that on that first free throw.
Eldridge he's got to spend more time at the line. He's going to get fouled a lot. And again, if you find a big man that is already a load to guard and he can't make free throws, then I'm just going to foul him and put him to the line there all night.
He goes 0 for 2, but they're going to say off Wayne. I thought it was going to be off Snider. That's not the call, though. Now the officials will discuss. Well, I think you know what Aaron Rarer and Greg Patterson think. They're going to stick with the call. It's going to be Snider basketball. And I thought it was off of Wayne, but that's not how they call it, not in this case. Well, how about the Garrett Railroaders? They fought back to take the lead over Angola, 40-39.
Wow.
Pascal sets the screen for Hogue. That's Terrell Lapsley who's on the court for Snider, and this ball's out of bounds off Wayne, off of LaShawn Green. Angola just retook the lead. They're in the third quarter, 42-40 is the score. Hogue looking for help. He finds Pascal. Till gets it to Wilson. Hogue sets the screen. Wilson can hit the three ball, and you see it right there with a hand right in his face.
What a night he's having.
Ziegler able to recover. Goes for the crossover. Lapsley comes in and fouls him, I think. He did. It was Lapsley. I saw Terrell Lapsley in a JV holiday game last year. I think it was against Northside, and you always Eldridge with a jam.
Wow.
Kind of got to hold all thoughts when you see something like that.
No doubt.
Javonte Eldridge with 8 points. A minute and a half to go. For Till, hands off to Wilson. Over to Pascal, and Snider can afford to be patient here.
Snider shouldn't. They don't have to be in any hurry at all. The clock is your friend. You have a 20-point lead. Get the shot you want.
Lapsley, too strong on the three, and that's Bragg with the board. Going quick down the floor is Tyree Eldridge, and he's fouled, and that might be Lapsley again. And I think that would be his fourth if it's on him.
One of the things, Thad, that I like to see is Wayne's kids, you're fighting and you're doing the very best that you can. But once the play is over, just walk away. They stop and chirp and they want to say things, and that doesn't help because you have to have all your focus on the next play. And this is where they've been struggling all night, is that free throw line.
And there's more of that struggle right there as Tyree Eldridge couldn't hit it. Jazz Booker and Uriah Williams will check in for Wayne.
Yeah, they've missed a dozen free throws at least.
Chance to Rossett and Lane Patterson re-enter for Snider. Pascal goes to the bench. That was his third foul that he just committed. He's turned in a great night so far, and the struggles continue. Patterson with the board. And again, Ziegler knocks it out of bounds. But again, Snider can afford to be patient here with 55 seconds on the clock. .5 seconds on the clock, that is. Well, Garrett's up by 4 over Angola, 46-42. Angola had the better record coming into that one. Garrett hadn't won yet. As Hogue feeds that outside to Lapsley. He finds for Till. As the Panthers have worked the clock down toward 35 seconds. Hogue wasn't dribbling there. He's kind of moving the ball between his legs, or at least that's how it looked.
Yes.
Now he's dribbling. Work the clock down under 30. I think this is what Snider wants to do here. They want to take as much time off this clock as possible before they shoot it.
And again, they want to take the momentum, take the crowd out of the game.
Down to 10 seconds. DeRossett from the corner. No good. Green comes up with the board. Eldridge, cross court. Ziegler, can he get a look? He gets it off. but couldn't bank it home.
Man.
That had a chance, but just didn't fall. Well, we've played through 3 quarters here at Wayne High School. We'll come back for the 4th in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions, but I ain't really the game on we make. Shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably wanna get me on mopping out Lamborghinis. The youngest turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't stay.
Well, it's 63-43, Snider with the lead over Wayne. Just 8 more minutes of basketball left to be played. And, Wayne had their moments where they were looking like they were getting back in the ball game, but then Snider ultimately able to keep the lead at a 20-point margin.
And again, Wayne gave themselves the opportunity. They actually won that quarter as far as scoring, 18-14. But again, when you're down 24 points, it's such a mountain to come up. So again, these first 4 minutes, they've got to get it down to 10 if they can.
Northside has worked it to a tie at halftime. Wayne works a turnover there with Williams coming the other way. Williams leaning in. That looks like goaltending. No call. No call. And now we get a traveling call.
I got to believe that's goaltending.
That ball was off the backboard.
Oh, yes, that is goaltending.
That was the epitome of goaltending, at least as I was watching it. Try to get a quick look at it here on our replay. Right place, right time for Williams. That's off the backboard. That's goaltending.
Yes. But officials are human. They make mistakes as well. And I'm sure when they go back and look at it, they'll realize.
Defender falls down, and they're going to get green for an offensive foul. Excuse me, Eldridge. I think they got him for a moving screen. That's just Eldridge's second foul of the game. Green will guard Hogue, and I think Hogue got a pretty good idea there that Green was right behind him.
Yes.
Northside was actually down by 9 at least as Eldridge forces a takeaway. Eldridge going to work. Pinned, but a foul. Pascal blocked it. And that did not look like a goaltend, however.
No, he got fouled on the body.
Yeah, 4th foul on Pascal. Well, he's had a great night scoring-wise and rebounding-wise.
Oh, man.
But the hard part for these big men is it's hard to stay out of foul trouble.
Well, and it's hard to stay away from an opportunity to blow. You don't think about fouls or anything. You just think, I got a chance to make a big-time block and get this crowd going crazy. And it was a great above-the-rim play, but obviously the body. But Wayne, when they look back at this game, if they lose this game, they'll look right at this free throw line. Because they are less than 20% tonight from that free throw line.
I think they've only had 1 or 2 makes from the line so far.
Yes, and I said a half dozen earlier. They're in that 16-18 range now as far as missed free throws.
Eldridge got 1. He's in double figures with 14 points.
Yes, he leads them tonight, I think.
Green comes out to guard Hogue, and here's Wilson with the basketball. Xavier Wilson's turned in a good night, 11 points. Not starting tonight, but playing a big role off the bench nonetheless. Hogue a little wild with that shot.
Yeah,
Wilson saves it.
Not a good shot.
Comes up short. Eldridge the board. Ziegler dribbles it off his own foot. Here's Patterson. Hogue's wide open. Instead, it's Patterson coming on for the jam.
Wow. That should be a technical foul, I think, for hanging on the rim. But they did not call it.
They call a foul on Chance DeRosset. It's 2 team fouls on Snider, just 1 on Wayne this quarter. Into the paint goes Eldridge. He comes up short, and Fertil with the rebound. Well, Fertil is 6'1". He's not the tallest man on the floor, but you can tell that he's a well-built guy.
Oh, man, at no point in my life was I ever built like that, Thad.
Hey, he's a linebacker on the Snider
football team. He is well put together.
Fertil leaning in. Another wild shot, and Williams has the board. Lob down the floor. Ziegler caught it, but in a tough spot. Wilson, lob the other way. Patterson waits and scores. He's the fourth Panther to reach double figures in this game. Green attacks, comes up short, and there's Fertil working that glass one more time.
Watch DeRosa.
Hogue steps back for a three, and it's long. DeRosa chases down the board. Wilson on the attack. Fertil, no. He's a plenty capable three-point shooter.
Well, and again, Snider kids need to realize time and score. You're up 23 points. Do you really need that three-point shot? I know it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're playing well.
Green steps back, fires over to Rossett. Couldn't hit it. Good job by Green and Williams to hustle after that thing. Green inside. Williams, no! He had a great look.
Yes, great pass inside by Green as well.
Hogue wants to attack. Turnaround jumper, no good. Patterson missed it. And that's going to be a foul on Fertil. And Ketron Pascal is getting ready to check in. He's got 4 fouls for Fertil. That's his second foul, and Josh Raikkonen wants another timeout. He's only got 1 left. Now, timeout's not necessarily all that important when you're up 23 points with 4:51 to go, but I think Josh Raikkonen may be just trying to tell his guys, hey, we gotta have better decision making.
And I always call timeouts like this when you have a big lead, teachable moments. You know, and again, kids need to realize time and score. You know, you've done well to get yourself this type of lead. Now let's just run our stuff, get the shots that we want, as opposed to trying to go one-on-one, you know, trying to put some more stats up there, whatever the case may be. And just run your stuff, and things will work out fine. So this is one of those teachable moments that will come back. Because, again, you take a look at Snider's group, they're going to have games like this a lot where they're comfortably ahead. And you got to be able to understand time and score as you move not only through the conference but into the state tournament later on this spring.
You know, they're also going to have games where it's going back and forth, or maybe you're playing from behind in the fourth quarter, or maybe you have a lead, but it's not quite as comfortable a lead, and that's where that good decision-making especially comes in handy.
Very good point, Pat.
Snider will go to Grace College tomorrow, where they'll take on Chesterton. Wayne will be off after tonight until next Friday when they take on Carroll. Bragg, count it, and a foul. That's going to be on Patterson. That's 6 points for Ryan Bragg, and he's got a chance to add to it. But again, the free throw line has been a huge struggle for the Generals as Trayvon Ziegler will check back in for Wayne. And another miss. Another good rebound by Pascal.
Yes. Here comes that teachable moment time. Let's see what Snider does. Just run your offense, get the shots you want, make Wayne play defense.
Wilson out on the wing. Patterson had that one blocked by Bragg. Hogue did enough to keep it alive. Tony Gooden looks like he's telling him to pass the ball. Instead, he goes for the reverse, and it's no good. Lob across the floor. Ziegler's open. He'll fire. No good. Pascal rips it away.
Pascal has come to play tonight. Again, this is the Tank Pascal that I always thought he could be. I know he was hurt a lot last season, but this young man can be one of the SAC's premier post players.
He's having a 16-point night. He's all over the boards as Wilson Has to fire it outside to Patterson. You don't want guys running into each other there. Pascal will set the screen for Hogue. Hogue has it blocked. That's Javante Eldridge. Ziegler from the corner. No. Offensive board. That's goaltending. They got that one. That's going to be on Patterson. Yeah, that ball definitely hit the backboard, and so the right call was made. Snider takes over up 19. Pascal drives to the paint, couldn't finish, and Bragg's right there for the board. Another quick possession for Snider. Green racing through traffic, comes up short. That was contested, but Bragg's right there. How about Orion Bragg and the work he does on that offensive glass?
Yes, did a nice job tonight.
Wilson with it. He gives it off to Pascal.
Let's get the shots you want. Get the shots you want.
Wilson on the attack, and that's a foul. Bragg came in for the block, but apparently got more than just ball. Or did they get Everin Atkinson? Everin Atkinson called for the foul, so yes. It wasn't Bragg. So Xavier Wilson goes to the free throw line. 2:31 to go. It's true on the first one. Southside and Northside, meanwhile, just coming out of halftime. They're still tied at 32. Xavier Wilson is one of 4 Panthers who's going to finish this game in double figures. May not be the only 4, but right now it is 4 guys for Snider who have 10 plus. They'll stay at 12. Atkinson comes the other way. He finds LaShawn Green. That's Bragg who sets the screen. Pascal got his hands on it. Knocked away, Snider ball. They're going to say off Eldridge. Pascal's been active just about everywhere, it seems.
Yes.
Mostly down in the paint, but that time just creating a turnover. Patterson trying to back in. Goes outside to Wilson.
Yeah, the clock is your friend. Snider, get the shots you want.
They've worked that clock down under 2 minutes. Patterson loose with the dribble, and Green to the deck. It's a jump ball. The arrow favors Wayne. And Josh Raikkonen, despite this big lead, not happy with the way that possession went. And is Patterson hurt?
Yeah, it looks like he got a cramp.
Certainly hope that's all it is as he goes sliding
like
on the deck.
Cramp.
Lauren Waterman, the athletic trainer, will go take a look at him. Atkinson comes across the timeline for Wayne. He looks to attack. Double clutch shot, and that's off Pascal. It's going to stay with the Generals, 1:40 left. Southside has just retaken the lead against Northside over at Don Reichert Gymnasium. The way that game's going right now, it might be a fun finish over there at Reichert Gym.
Yes.
Eldridge with Pascal on him. Finds Bragg. And Bragg traveled. Angola and Garrett still going back and forth. They're in the fourth quarter with Garrett up 54-53. Pascal able to make the catch with Eldridge bearing down. Hogue with a pull-up jumper, and he got it. Hogue's got 9 points in the ball game. Loose ball. Cedric Robinson's there to pick it up. He's going to fire a deep 3. That's short. Bragg's right there, and he puts it in. Ryan Bragg's going to finish this game in double figures with 10. Here comes Hogue down the floor. Hogue. I'm not sure that wasn't a walk. Well, DeRosset knocks down another 3 ball.
Wow.
That's his 7th three of the game.
Yes, 7 threes.
21 points. Chance DeRossett had only 6 against Southside, including a miraculous shot that I think ended the third quarter. Eldridge trying to go to work on Pascal. Booker got it. That's a 3-ball for Jazz Booker. But 15 seconds left, and the Snider Panthers are going to dribble out the clock and win this game. Five seconds. And Xavier Wilson dribbling it out. Trell Hogue, I think, is maybe telling everybody to stay off the floor. Now they can come out as the clock hits 0. Well, the Snider Panthers, an emphatic win on the road against the Wayne Generals. It'll be short rest for them. They go to Grace College to take on Chesterton tomorrow. That's a series that'll feature Chesterton versus Snider and then Warsaw versus Blackhawk Christian. But tonight, whatever happens tomorrow, tonight Snider is the winner. And what a great start to this game, Coach.
Well, again, we talked about getting Snider's post players involved. Obviously, Tank Pascal came out and just kind of put his stamp on the game right away, and the other players around him, just picked and choose their opportunities to score, and then obviously the young man goes 7 for 9 from 3 tonight, and just a lot of moving pieces, a lot of athletes being athletic, and Snider really showed their hand tonight.
Well, I can't help but think of 2 players that deserve Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game honors, and those players are Chance DeRossett with his 21 points, 7 threes, and Keytron Pascal with 16 points. Great work on the glass as well.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. We don't have official totals, but I would imagine he had a double-double this evening, and that's the Keytron Pascal I've been waiting on, and I know Coach Rakonen has been waiting on. He finally looks like he's healthy, and he should be able to put these types of numbers up against most anyone they play this season.
So the Snider Panthers get the sweep. They win the girls' game. They win the boys' game. 73-55 the final here in this boys' game. They go to 1-1 on the season. Wayne falls to 1-2. That's going to do it from here at Wayne High School. For Keith Edmonds and Gavin Wirt, this is Thad Goff saying so long. You have been watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.